Hey kids, it's Arp. This is the ArpCast, somewhat live from the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains in eastern Tennessee. Today we talk about different things, weird people, and maybe unicorns and rainbows. We read poetry and short stories too. Most of all, we keep it real. This is the ArpCast, starting now. ArpCast number 46, here on Wednesday, January 31, 2018. That's right, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week. We had one little isolated incident a couple of weeks ago, but I made it up to you. I like to remind you of that. I like to remind myself, because there's time for makeup. And Lord knows I need makeup. So, 100 subscribers. Okay, I know you want to. You're a little afraid, maybe a little embarrassed, perhaps. You don't have the time. And who's this guy? Who's he to tell me what to do? 3 times a week, 9 minutes and 59 seconds. I don't even get you to 10 minutes. By May 4, 2018, 100 subscribers. Tell your friends. Hell, tell your enemies. It's all right. We love them too. Tell your enemies right there. I just put it out there. Macronutrients. The magic of sensible mental macronutrients. That's what we're talking about tonight. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Macronutrients. Now, traditionally, and I had an epiphany this week, and it's funny, a friend of mine also had the same epiphany this week. You got your macronutrients in terms of food. Carbs, protein, fat. And then there's a percentage that kind of gets you to your ideal mix of those macronutrients. And then associated with those percentages, so let's just say carbs, protein, fat, 40, 30, 30, right? Because it's got to add up to 100. Something you learned back in high school. There are grams associated with that, right? So there's this whole system, and I was looking through an app, and the visual and the gentleman I was talking to, and it just all kind of fit together. The tumblers, the gears, the teeth, the grooves just came together for me. It was wonderful. I felt like I had been released, freed to just go out. Right, Bob? You know what that's like. Revelation. Sensible mental macronutrients. What is that? Or what are those? Or what are they? There are 5. We can't live without them. Well, most of us. Some of us, unfortunately, for one reason or another, have to. They drive life, the mind, emotion, often swayed by these mental macronutrients. They feed us. What am I talking about? So I've kind of tipped it off here, the term sensible in the title, sensible mental macronutrients. The senses, right? So what are we taking in, right? We're feeling through touch, that tactile sensation, a hug, a handshake, whatever it is, a rug, leather, whatever that is. Flavor through taste, right? Getting back to the topic that we started with. Dietary macronutrients, carbs, protein, fat. Beauty through sight. 100 million transactions every time you look at something for your eyes to see something. That's right, that's what I've been told. 100 million transactions every time. Sound through hearing, right? This beautiful thing that we hear, whatever whatever it is, children laughing, the sound of a river or the ocean, or I don't know, Megadeth. Probably turns a lot of people on. And then fragrance through smell. So it got me thinking about these macronutrients that we're taking in, and how we take them in, why we take them in what dosage do we take the quantities of each, right? Getting back to our percentages and our grams and trying to get the right balance. And I really think, going back to my math issue earlier, people, and myself included, think we can go above 100%. We can actually get more than what the world has to offer. Not possible. There is a limit. What is that limit, and how do you get there? So, as I thought about this, I was fascinated with just how much stuff is coming at us. How much demand there is for us to take in these macronutrients. These mental, emotional, physical macronutrients. From the earth itself. From life around us. And I'm perplexed by how we take it for granted, right? We talked about benefaction on Monday's program, and that we're just given all this stuff, and the earth, the flower, gives up its fragrance, even when someone steps on it, or when someone steps on it, it releases it just gives it away. And we somehow have figured out that, it's okay to take all that stuff for granted. For our own sustenance, for our own revelation in life, I think we need to take a look at it a little differently, right? Be thankful for all this stuff that we have available to us, and maybe not go so overboard with it. Again, maybe I'm being a little preachy. Yeah, that's true. It's my damn program. But that concept of everything in moderation, right? And that's what I think I know the conversation ended up with my friend about trying to balance those three dietary macronutrients. See, I have such a hard time saying that word. So that you take everything in the right levels, moderate. So for me, it's 40-30-30. So 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat, 100%. And so the same kind of applies here. And everyone has a different set of numbers, right? In terms of, is it touch? Is it taste, sight, hearing, smell? That really drives me. Some things you just can't avoid, right? I mean, you're going to see something, you're going to see something. But the person that goes to an art gallery and imbibes on the art that someone has created for that person's pleasure, the artist first, and then the viewer, the audience member second. They get paid for it, and they probably got paid for it, either, while that person was alive or posthumously. But at the time, it was just an absolute feast of sight and hearing and fragrance that artist took and put on paper for you to enjoy, perhaps decades, centuries later. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. The magic of sensible mental macronutrients. Think about it. We'll talk to you again on Friday, the Big Friday program. Take it easy. Well, kids, you know who this is. It's ARP, damn it. You have been listening to the ArpCast, a sensational, fact-filled experience meant to change the world. I'm happy you stopped by. Our sponsors, those greedy, wily bastards, thank you too. Make sure to write, this has been the ArpCast. I'm out.